Welcome to No Nonsense Guy SA.
Proudly brought to you by Cyril the Squirrel and the ANC.
Naand mense, naand, my kinders, my broers in full ways, my puppies, the whole 9 yards. La, we welcome everyone to this podcast that, we hope you enjoy my dad's cockatoo talks a little bit just now. So, welcome to the No Nonsense Guy SA, where we unpack the news without the spin, without the sugarcoating, and most importantly, without the ANC's press office whispering bullshit in our ear. So, guess what's back in the news? The NHI is back in the headlines. It's like a mozzie that just won't go away. Again. Yes, like a stubborn rash you thought was gone. The National Health Insurance Bill is making yet another comeback. Ramaphosa, of course, signed it into law back in May last year. And surprise, surprise, it's still causing more confusion than confidence. So, the ANC actually calls it a revolutionary step towards equality in healthcare. These guys are flippin' delusional. What they don't mention is that it's also a revolutionary step towards state-run medical chaos. Because if there's one thing our current government does well, it's turning functioning systems into flaming piles of bureaucratic, let's call it rubble, and be eloquent, okay? So, why is the NHI in the news again now, mid-2025? Well, legal challenges are stacking up faster than Eskom excuses, believe it or not. The Solidarity Movement, AfriForum, Business Unity SA, they all either have filed or are planning legal action to block the implementation of the NHI. And who can blame them? Even Discovery's CEO, my big boss, Adrian Gore, has come out swinging, saying that the NHI will collapse the entire private health sector. Now, I cannot fathom a way that these guys will be able to manage it. These guys, them, they, okay, will be able to manage it. It'll make Jacob Zuma's little thingy with the army and the navy and all those things look like children's tiddlywinks in terms of corruption. When billionaires start sweating people, you know it's very, very serious. So the implementation team actually reads like a who is who of politically connected loyalists. You would never have guessed, would you, if I hadn't told you that? Health Minister Dr. Joe Phala, okay, has been wheeling out vague promises about consultative implementation. But let's be honest, if the ANC says consultative, they usually mean do it our way or lose your job. Provincial governments are quietly panicking, okay? The Western Cape Premier, Alan Winde, has already declared, not on our watch. He's basically telling Pretoria, keep your centralized chaos to yourself. We'll run our own show. Thank you very, very much. So let's talk about the inevitable money or the magical disappearance of it, okay? So the NHI is expected to cost over 700 billion a year. That is 1 billion is 1,000 millions, okay? 700 billion is 7,000 millions. That is absolutely crazy. It's a crazy figure. And that, by the way, is a conservative estimate. Where's the money going to come from? You might think maybe a unicorn, a lotto ticket. I heard today on other newscasts that they would have to raise VAT to an astounding, I think Byron said 36%. That's flippin' crazy. Live in a world of their own. No, my friends, it's not going to come from Lotto or the unicorn. It's going to come from you via increased taxes, levies on your salary, and an eventual death of your private medical aid. But don't worry, Dr. Partler assures us it'll be phased in responsibly, which is actually ANC speak for usually means we'll bleed you dry slowly, not all at once, slowly, like the frog in the water that the ANC has done over the last 30 odd years, okay? So let's not forget the irony though. This is the same government, okay? The same government. They can't fix the lifts at Charlotte Maxeke Hospital, the old Joburg Gen, okay? They ran out of Panado during the pandemic. Mensa, they ran out of Panado. They've had oncology patients sleeping in chairs at Addington Hospital. Oncology, that means cancer. Cancer patients sleeping in chairs at the hospital. And of course, we mustn't forget digital vibes, where 150 million rantas meant for pandemic communications ended up funding spa treatments for allegedly Zweli Mkhize's cronies. Yes, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, now running for higher office. The same man whose name is forever tattooed on the NHI corruption timeline. So, what's the real motive behind the NHI, do you think? Some say it's about control. Others say it's about tender access. I say it's about re-election. The ANC knows its days are numbered. This is a last-minute scramble to appear as though they still care about the poorest of the poor, which we know is absolute hogwash, while handing out contracts to their politically connected mates before the whole house collapses. So if you look at it, add this in, it's re-election, okay? Let's talk about the NHI. Let's make as much noise as possible for the next year and a half, okay? It's the same that they're using the national dialogue for. Exactly the same, so they can stay in the news. These guys are evil, like personified. Okay, and that's in my opinion, of course. What are my final thoughts? Well, the NHI isn't about healthcare at all. It's about centralization. It's about control and capturing, guess what? Yet another sector of South African life. And if you think the same people who've destroyed education, policing, railways, power, water, and municipalities are now going to suddenly deliver world-class healthcare, all in the NHI, then, my friend, you actually need a checkup. Urgently. Preferably also not a state hospital, right? So, if you value your right to choose your doctor, your plan, and your hospital, then don't stay silent. Speak out. Support the legal challenges and vote like your health depends on it. Because under NHR, it just might. Not even your health, your life. So, this has again been your No Nonsense Guy essay. No lies, no sugarcoating, no patience, I said, sorry, for socialist fairy tales in a broke democracy. Take care, God bless, and remember, as always, use this wonderful brain that the good Lord has blessed you with. Cheers for now.